power to capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred.
Before we go any further, just want to say today's video is going to be brought to you by Epically. If you want to buy some really awesome anime merch from My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, and Haiku, and so many other anime, I recommend using my link in the description box to check them out. And there's free worldwide shipping on orders over $39. You'll also get an additional 5% off using my promo code down below. Since we're a Naruto community over here, it wouldn't be right for me to not confirm for you that they've got some Naruto merch on display. Just go under the t-shirt section and they have Naruto merch there, so feel free to look through their shirts for Naruto merchandise. Once again, I'll leave my links and promo code in the description box for any of you guys who are interested. With that being said, let's dive into today's video. Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a lot of the content that you guys see on the channel is gonna be spoiler heavy. However, with all that being said though, if you're still here, I'm assuming that you guys are all caught up with the manga and you do not care about me talking about spoilers. So I think that after the last chapter, we need to have a conversation about what's gonna happen with the character of Kawaki, because in the last chapter, one of the things we saw was the fact that Naruto and Konohamaru were both looking over at Kawaki as he was raging out and attacking all the members of Team 7. And it should be worth noting that even when he was throwing all that smoke at Sarada, even when Kawaki was using the ninja weapon text that is inside of his body, so like the body modification, etc., essentially Sarada was doing all that fighting back without actually using the Sharingan. So I just want to kind of throw that in there. But with that being said, I do want to say that Naruto stopped Konohamaru from actually stepping in. And the reason why I think that we need to transition from that to the actual training that takes place with Naruto and Kawaki is the fact that I definitely think that because Kawaki has an itch for real battle training, he's not going to satisfy that by actually training with Boruto and Sarada and Mitsuki. He's not going to actually get that. And I really feel like because he's such a hands-on character that I think that Naruto's probably going to have to be more right in Kawaki's face to help him. And we know that there has been some training off screen because Naruto's taught the kid the Shadow Clone Jutsu. He's also helped him unlock his first change in chakra nature, so Kawaki has fire release. And I think that that is something that needs to be kind of given a little bit of credit for, because Kawaki, in order to unlock a change in chakra nature this fast, means that he is exceptionally talented, because it typically takes change in chakra nature drills just to master whatever your primary change in chakra nature is. For those of you guys that might remember, that's one of the things that got said in the Naruto manga, that like, yo, you can have whatever chakra you have an affinity for, but you still have to undergo those actual drills in order to be able to effectively use it. Kawaki is busting out fire style changes in chakra nature when he was fighting against Ishiki, and I think that Naruto helping him in a battle situation with battle training while also doubling down and helping with fire release is something that could actually pay huge dividends here. And I think that Naruto is the one that's going to be able to push Kawaki and help get the most out of this character. Now, for those of you guys who might have forgotten, Naruto as Hokage has mastery over all 5 changes in chakra nature. So Naruto would be able to actually help the guy when it comes to his fire release jutsu and actually helping him maximize it. And I think that what you're going to end up possibly seeing is the fact that Kawaki, yeah, he's going to go along with the chakra nature training because he lost the sparring match with Boruto, but at the same time, he's going to look at it, he's going to get impatient. I think that that's when Naruto actually steps in. And I think that we could see something to where Naruto actually starts working with Kawaki in order to help him develop his own signature fire release jutsu. I think that could be something that really helps at this point. And when you add in the fact that he's got that ninja weapon tech body and those different abilities that come from that, it does open up the possibility that Kawaki could get even more busted. Now, on the other side of that, I think that the training with Naruto isn't going to just be changing chakra nature only. I think that you're also going to see Naruto working with Kawaki to help him maximize using shadow clones. We saw how he has a knack for fooling people using. He fooled Ishiki with the clone, he fooled Sarada with the clone. I think that because shadow clones can be used as a diversion, I really feel like Naruto's going to work with them on how to actually use shadow clones for the the purposes of using them for diversion tactics as well, depending on how big Kawaki's chakra pool is. You would think since his body is 80% Otsutsuki that essentially he should be able to use multiple shadow clones. Now that also opens up the door for Naruto teaching Kawaki the same training method that Kakashi gave to Naruto, which is using multiple shadow clones in order to cut down on how long it takes you to master intense jutsu. So in theory, jutsu that should take Kawaki 2 years in order to master, Kawaki will be able to learn it in only a few months, depending on how long he's actually using the shadow clones and how long he's actually able to keep it up. So that is something that is open right there, and it would actually help because one of the lines that's in the chapter is that Sarada tells Kawaki like, yo, you're just a newbie, you're brand new at this, how are you gonna tell us what not to do? Kawaki said, I'm willing to get stronger by any means, and Kawaki wants that actual experience. I think that that will be a good way to actually split right down the middle, where Kawaki is able to go through and do the chakra nature training and do the chakra control training while also using shadow clones in order to speed up the actual process on that. I think that that is something that actually works there, and I definitely feel like because Kawaki is a brawler and right up close and personal, that having Naruto working with him, Naruto being a very good taijutsu user himself, I think that's also a way to start brushing up Kawaki and getting him more ready. And then you also have to look at it from this perspective too. So on the other side of this is that Kawaki has to get leveled up and trained up enough to a point where whatever happens with him and Naruto, whether Kawaki actually attacks Naruto or he actually goes as far as killing him, or if the fan theory is right that Kawaki essentially sealed Naruto away somewhere, you still have to explain how Kawaki was able to get the drop on Naruto. I don't think that having that emotional connection is going to be enough for that. And so I think the way you actually start approaching that is if you have a situation where Kawaki, for however long the time skip is, has spent that time training alongside Naruto, now he's in a situation where he's learned how Naruto fights. He's caught on to different movements, and potentially he started to see some type of flaws in the way that Naruto fights as well, because that is something that could be used there. Kawaki is a very sharp ninja, so that is something that could be potentially used to kind of start the process of giving Kawaki a little bit of an edge over Naruto, even if it's a small one, or in this case, a little bit of prior information based on Naruto's fighting styles in order to potentially start leveling the playing field a little bit. Because anybody that's got that 80% Otsutsuki body at this point, like Kawaki and Boruto, it really opens up the door for them to start getting a lot stronger, a lot faster. You include these different methods here, you include the fact that his body is ninja weapon tech based. Now you can start kind of seeing how Naruto has something to work with there, especially if Amado's gonna keep doing that routine maintenance on the character. All of a sudden, you have it to where Naruto's training with Kawaki could very well be the actual undoing of Naruto, because he's essentially creating the monster that is eventually going to actually take him out. That's something very tragic in of itself, and I think that just having Naruto and Kawaki in that bonding relationship like that, that is something that I think a lot of people want to see. Because I know, like when I did the videos on Kryptonian Saiyan, as well as when I made a couple videos here on this channel, essentially when I talked about how Naruto taught at the academy and showed you some of those lessons, those videos were very well received because a lot of people want to see that teaching side of Naruto. They want to see Naruto passing on his knowledge and information to that next generation. And I really strongly feel that if they actually show us Naruto training Kawaki hands-on in the actual manga, that is going to do so much for the actual fan base at this point. And I feel like it's gonna further set things up for when that eventual split happens. It's gonna be heartbreaking, because if you just look at the manga continuity right now, so just the manga, not the anime, there hasn't been enough with the Naruto and Kawaki relationship in the manga to really make you just feel heartbroken over what happens in the future. The anime's done a good job because the anime's gone out of its way to give you extra scenes, but I really feel like this could be something that actually adds some merit to it. However, I want to know from you guys, do you guys think it's a bad idea for Naruto to train Kawaki during the time skip? And then if you're somebody who feels like Naruto does not spend enough time with Boruto, do you think that's a slap in the face to Boruto for Naruto to be training Kawaki in this manner? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching until then. Have an awesome day, guys.